This is Guru Focus First Look, your morning market brief for Tuesday, August 18. Here are the stories driving markets today. Meta Platforms is on trial in California as dozens of U.S. states allege the company's platforms contribute to child social media addiction, raising the potential for significant regulatory and financial consequences for the tech giant. The case marks one of the most high-profile legal challenges Meta has faced regarding youth safety and comes as regulatory scrutiny of social media intensifies nationwide.
Turning now to the bond market, the yield on the 30-year U.S. Treasury reached its highest level since 2007, reflecting persistent inflation concerns, rising oil prices, and heightened geopolitical tensions. The move in yields is drawing attention from investors as it impacts borrowing costs and broader financial conditions. Meanwhile, Home Depot reported earnings and revenue for the second quarter of fiscal year 2026 that exceeded analyst expectations, even as the company reaffirmed its full-year guidance. The retailer continues to face headwinds from ongoing weakness in the U.S. housing market, but its results suggest resilience in core operations.
Another story we're watching is the resignation of L3Harris Technologies CEO Chris Kubasik, who stepped down following an internal investigation into unspecified conduct. The announcement led to a 4% decline in the company's shares, underscoring the sensitivity of investors to leadership changes. Staying with the markets, U.S. stock futures are under pressure this morning, with Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ futures all extending losses. The declines come as prospects for a U.S.-Iran peace deal fade, driving up oil prices and bond yields and weighing on global equities. Asian and global markets also retreated overnight as a surge in oil prices and higher bond yields stoked inflation concerns. These pressures offset positive corporate earnings reports from select sectors, contributing to broad declines across major indices. Oil prices are sharply higher, with Brent crude climbing above $90 per barrel after Iran rejected an extension of its interim deal and threatened to escalate regional conflict. The expiration of the U.S.-Iran ceasefire has amplified volatility in energy markets and renewed focus on geopolitical risks. Turning to the technology sector, Anthropic reported its annualized revenue run rate surpassed $65 billion in July 2026, more than 7 times higher than a year ago. The artificial intelligence company's rapid growth comes as it prepares for a widely anticipated public offering. In related legal news, shares of Meta Platforms declined as investors reacted to the start of the high-profile child safety trial and mounting regulatory scrutiny. The stock's performance reflects market concerns about potential outcomes and future oversight. Elsewhere, NVIDIA announced a $3 billion investment to expand its artificial intelligence infrastructure capabilities, reinforcing its position as a leader in powering AI applications across industries. Paramount Global has requested a $1.88 billion bond from state attorneys general to cover potential costs stemming from delays to its planned merger with Warner Bros. Discovery. The companies are facing ongoing antitrust litigation, which has slowed progress on the high-profile media combination. On the commodities front, the Pro-Farmer Crop Tour began this week, providing key yield estimates for corn and soybeans across 6 states. Early reports highlight variable yield potential in the Midwest, making the tour a major catalyst for grain market expectations. Finally, Tyson Foods is facing legal and investor scrutiny after closing multiple beef plants amid historic cattle shortages. The closures have prompted affected communities to weigh relocation options as the company navigates operational and reputational challenges. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.